Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Caregiver Talk. Our Caregiver Talks are sponsored by AARP Kansas City, and we are so grateful for their ongoing support. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're tuning in live or catching the replay, this time is just for you. We're talking about creative, realistic ways to take a break, especially when it feels like there's no time, no help, or no way. Welcome. Like I said, it's nice to see your shining faces today. I'm Rachel, and I'm the founder of Sandwich. My caregiving claim to fame is caring for my grandma Barbara, who had Alzheimer's and a host of other issues for over 7 years. So, what in the world is Sandwich KC? Well, I'm glad you asked. We are a 501c3 nonprofit helping family caregivers in the Kansas City metro area by providing free information and referral, support groups, education, and self-care activities. Sandwich was founded in 2018, and we've been supporting family caregivers around town ever since. Our mission is to create opportunities for family caregivers to find local support and shared wisdom. You can visit us online at Sandwich KC to find out more about how we support family caregivers. So let's get into it. Let's start with a quick check-in. When was the last time you had a real break? Not just running errands alone, but time to rest and recharge. If you feel comfortable, drop it in the chat. If not, just think about it for a moment. You're not alone if it's been a while. Caregivers are some of the most dedicated people, and sometimes the last to give themselves permission to pause. Let's name it. Rest can feel impossible. A lot of us carry guilt, or we don't feel like there's anyone else who could step in, or we don't trust anyone else to take the reins. Or we think, I'll rest when this calms down, but that moment keeps moving. If you've ever felt too overwhelmed to take a break, this talk is for you. Repeat after me. Respite is not a program. Lots of times when we hear respite, we think of a formal service or program. We might picture long weekends away or someone else taking over the care, but it doesn't have to be that big. Sometimes it's just a quiet 10 minutes, a slow moment, a chance to remember who you are outside of caregiving. You don't have to earn rest. You need it because you're a human. So let's start small. Micro breaks. These are 5 to 10-minute moments that help reset your brain and your body. Step outside and breathe. Your front porch counts. Put on your favorite song and dance in the kitchen. I like to do that all the time. Sit with your coffee or tea and no phone. Text someone just to say hi, not to vent or plan, just to connect. Or watch a funny video or something soothing. It may not seem like much, but small breaks build resilience. Now we're going to talk about making a break. I always tell the caregivers who call in or who come on our support groups that unfortunately there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution for taking a break. So many times we are tasked with piecemealing it so that we can get the rest we need and deserve. Unfortunately, it takes work, but the payoff is worth it. First, we're going to create a schedule. We're going to map out our caregiving lives. It might be worth it to make one for ourselves and our loved ones. It will definitely help in the long run as your loved one's support needs increase. Then you're going to pencil in frequent activities, things like worship. My grandma used to go to teenagers. It was a monthly dinner, weekly and regular activities. And then you'll be able to visualize where you could use a break. This was my caregiving life in the beginning. Look at all that. That was just nothing but alone time and me, Rachel. What did I learn? Well, I learned that that was no life for either of us. As my exhaustion and stress increased, the quality of care I provided to my grandma decreased. That led to poor outcomes for both of us. Also, nobody wants to sit at home alone all day, and it's really not healthy. We both, caregivers and our loved ones, need to socialize. When I accepted that I didn't have to do it all by myself, my life changed. And when I asked some people in my life to do something specific that was time limited and it had a clear beginning and end and a specific goal or task, I had much better outcomes. Like, oh, hey, Nathan, can you come and take grandma to church for me today and then swing by somewhere and have lunch with her before you drop her off at home? Or, oh, hey, Leslie, do you think you could come over on Sunday nights and grab Panera and binge watch TV with my grandma for a few hours? Um, that those kinds of approaches work better than, hey, can you come over and hang out with my grandma? Or will you watch my grandma for me? Now, I know that not everybody has backup, but there might be more support than you think, even if it's not traditional. Ask someone to come sit with your loved one or drop off a meal. Well, who will do it, you ask? Well, when we talk about this in our support group, I always ask, who cares about your loved one? Who cares about you? For example, my mom wasn't crazy about my grandma, but she loved me and she cared about me and she didn't want to see me struggling. So she was willing to come over and check on my grandma once a week because she knew it would give me peace of mind. Just an example. You can also look into community centers and senior centers like Vesper Hall or the Gamber Center. Um, there's even adult day programs, and some churches even offer respite programs. Break Time Club is a program that's offered here on the Missouri side. There are locations in the Northland, Raytown, and in the city. Right now, I would suggest calling to confirm that these programs are still being offered and their details. Senior companions might work for you if that's available in your area. Some nonprofits have volunteer companions who check in virtually. Even hiring help for a couple hours every other week can make a difference. The support doesn't have to be perfect, just has to give you some breathing room. Here are some ideas from caregivers I've talked to. One mom formed a caregiver co-op where she could trade short shifts with her neighbors. If that's something that excites you, let us know. We would love to launch one here in KC. Another person got a hobby box subscription, so she had something just for her. Some folks, like myself included, do grocery pickup so they can skip a task and spend that time resting. A few bring the break into the home, like booking a mobile massage or using a meditation app. It's not about perfection, it's about possibility. So let's bring it back to you. What's one small break you could try this week? It could be asking for help, going outside, journaling for 5 minutes, whatever feels light, not like a chore. If something comes to mind, write it down or share it in the chat if you'd like. We've also put together a free list, 20 creative ways to take a break. You could download it after this session. It's full of simple, doable ideas to spark your own plan. No guilt, just options.
Love it.
Before we wrap up, I just want to remind you, you can't pour from an empty cup. I know that sounds cliche, but taking care of yourself helps you show up better for others. Rest isn't earned, it's essential. You are doing the best you can, and that includes knowing when to pause. Thank you for showing up today for yourself. You matter too. Okay, well, again, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you could be here today. You can always reach out to us and find out more about what we're doing at sandwichkc.com. You could call or text our phone number at 816-472-9178. Reach out via email or follow us on social media. We're Sandwiched KC. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors at AARP Kansas City for supporting Sandwiched KC and everything we do. We hope that you could join us next month for our Caregiver Talk, planning for driving retirement with the lovely Kristen Leanhop at Limitless Living Solutions. That should be a very exciting conversation. All right. Take care and have a great day.